Okay, guys, let's get started. So, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kashif. I am from India, Mumbai, right? I have somewhere around 14 years of practical IT experience. I have expertise on various technologies like SCCM, Intune, then Active Directory, application packaging, Azure, PowerShell. But SCCM and Intune have been my primary focus. I have completed my graduation from Mumbai University, and later on I started working as IT professional, wherein I worked on various technologies, especially on SCCM and Intune. So I was in SCCM level 1, level 2, level 3 team. Now I'm working as architect, wherein I have to implement technologies for organization. And side by side, I'm doing this training wherein I have trained more than 35,000 students globally. Okay. I do online training, classroom training, um, you know, corporate training. So wherein I have trained more than 35,000 students globally. So that's about me, guys. Now we will discuss about this Microsoft Intune. So it is going to be a demo session wherein I will be discussing about the overview of this product. And I will not go into details, okay, because our actual training will get started from tomorrow. Okay, so this session will be an overview, how the training will be conducted, what all things we are going to learn in this one, and the historical background of Intune, licensing, um, plus what all things you can do through this product. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So Microsoft Intune is a Microsoft product. As you know, it's a Microsoft product. This product started when? In the year? This product started in the year 2010. Okay. Now this in 2010, this product was released in the market and people started using it. But it was not going well. It was going okay. But after COVID-19, this is moving like a monster. So wherever you go, you will find Intune. If you, um, you know, if you are in a big organization or medium organization, you will, chances are very high that you will find Intune to manage enterprise devices. Okay, so this product came into the market in the year 2010, and the main feature of this product is to manage devices and manage application, MDM, mobile device management, and MAM, mobile application management. Okay, so what all devices it can manage? It can manage Android devices, right? It can manage iOS devices. It can manage iPad, Windows 10 and Windows 11, Windows 10 and Windows 11, right? It can manage uh, Linux devices. Then it can manage um, Chrome OS is still under preview. So, they are trying to add more and more feature for this one. So it is still under preview. And Mac OS, you can manage Mac operating system. So these are the devices you can manage from Intune, right? Then you have mobile application management. You can manage mobile applications. For example, Office 365, right? Or any other application, mobile application, you can manage them through Intune portal. Now, why do we need to manage devices? Management is required to secure the devices and secure the data of the device. Secure devices plus its data. So whatever the data we have, right, in the device, you can secure them so that it will not get compromised. So you can deploy what all things you can deploy to the devices. You can deploy security policies. Okay. Security policies, compliance policies, right? Configuration. You can make some changes to the device. You don't have to um, the device need not to have to be on the LAN network. You can do it, everything you can do it on the internet. So as long as the devices have internet connection, you can deploy these policies over the internet. Okay. So security policies, compliance policies, configuration profile. Then you can deploy applications. Okay. Suppose you need to install Office 365 application on 10,000 Android devices, or you need to deploy a Google Chrome on 5,000 Windows devices. Okay. You can do it from Intune portal. You don't need to install it manually. Okay. Suppose you have to unblock some of the features in the devices. You can deploy the policy from Intune portal, and that policy will get applied on the devices. Okay. So there are various things which you can do from Intune portal, right? Similarly, for application, mobile application, you can secure the data of the application. Secure data of the application. So how the application will be accessible, what all policies will be there. In order to access the application, will it prompt for another uh, security password or what? What will happen if the mobile is stolen? All those policies you can define from Intune portal. So everything is done through internet. Okay. So for example, you have Android device. You have this one is your Android. This one is your MacBook. This is your Windows laptop. For example, this is Windows 10 or Windows 11, right? You have Linux device. Okay. And iPhone, iOS device, and iPad. All these operating systems can be controlled by Intune. So in your organizations, some people are using Android device, some people are using MacBook, some people are using Linux devices, some are using iOS, iPad, and most of the people are using Windows, right? So let's say there are 3,000 Android devices, 2,000 MacBooks, 10,000 Windows devices, 1,000 Linux boxes, right? 1,000 iOS and 1,000 iPad, right? These are the number of devices you have in your organization. One minute, guys. Okay, so these are the number of devices you have in your organization. How will you manage them? You need to enroll these devices. You need to enroll these devices, okay, to Intune. All these devices will have to be enrolled into Intune. So as soon as the devices are enrolled into Intune, you will have complete control on the devices. Okay, you will have complete control on the devices. You can format these devices, wipe, right? You can reset the device. You can reset passcode, reset password, right? You can restart the device. You can deploy policies to the devices, applications, right, etc. So you will have complete control of the devices as soon as the devices are enrolled into Intune. Okay. Now, after COVID-19, most of the people are working from home on their Windows computer, right? Most of the people are using Windows computer. So they don't have to come to office to get some applications or to get updates, or to get any security policies. Everything will be done over the internet. So as long as the devices have internet connection, you know, so all these devices will get the policies over the internet. So that is how Intune is controlling the devices. Okay. So what we do from Intune, we manage devices and we manage application, mobile device management and mobile application management. Okay. Now we need to have license. Okay. We need to have license. So suppose you have to enroll this device. This is Windows 10 device, for example. Okay, so the user who is using this device, that user needs to have license. For example, this username is Sam. Okay, this guy needs what? Intune license. Okay, this guy needs Intune license to do what? To do the enrollment of this device into Intune. So in order to enroll this device into Intune, the prerequisite is we need to have Intune license. So that user needs to have Intune license, then only that device can be enrolled into Intune. Now, how many devices a user can enroll? Sam can enroll maximum 15 devices. 15 devices. Okay. One license is sufficient to manage 15 devices. One license is sufficient to enroll 15 devices. Now, what is the license cost? The cost of the license is around, it is not fixed around because it changes in country to country, region to region, right? So it is around $8 per user per month. Okay. So suppose your organization has 1,000 employees. So you will have to purchase 1,000 license, right? So you will have to pay like $8,000 per month to Microsoft to use this product. So Intune is not a free product. You will have to get license from Microsoft, right? Now, this product is basically configured on Azure Cloud Data Center. What is Azure? Azure is a public data center. Okay. It's a big building, it's almost there in more than 60 countries now. Okay. Azure data center is almost there in more than 60 countries. Now, what is data center? Data center is like a big building. I'll show you. Let me open data center outside view. Okay, so data center will always be in a remote location. It will not be in the city. It will be in outskirt. So somewhere like this, data center will look like this. It's a big building. And inside that building, you will have multiple floors. On multiple floors, you will have multiple rooms. In multiple rooms, you will have multiple racks. I'll show you the racks now. So data center inside view. You see, these are the racks, okay, or like this. So this is the inside view of the data center. So um, inside you will have multiple racks. You see, these are the racks. One, two, three, multiple, hundreds of racks or thousands of racks. On each rack, you will have high configured servers. These are high configured servers. Okay. Now the combination of multiple racks are called cluster. Let's say there are 10 racks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 or 20 racks, for example. This is called what? Cluster, Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Okay, so Intune is basically configured on Azure Service Fabric Cluster. So there will be a separate room. For example, this is your data center, which has um, 5 floors. Okay, first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and fifth floor. Okay, now inside you will have multiple rooms. In multiple rooms, you will have multiple racks. For example, these floors are dedicated for Intune. Okay, so in this one, you will have multiple racks like this. Okay. So dedicated for Intune. This is called what? If combination of multiple racks are called Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Okay. Now, when you create your Intune subscription, if you are in US, for example, if you are in US and you create your Intune subscription, your subscription is going to get created here, right? And in one of the racks, for example, this rack is given to you. Not all the space in that rack, some of the space in the rack you will be able to access. Nobody else will have permission to access your rack. Okay. Rack means your space, your tenant. So you will get basically you get tenant space. So in that tenant space, nobody else will have permission to access that one. So everyone will set up their own Intune subscription and they will get their separate tenant. So for example, if I am in India, right, and I create my account, so my account will not get created in US because this is US data center, for example. So my account will get created in India data center. So I will have, Intune. For example, this is my, dedicated for Intune. So, and I am in India. So I create my Intune subscription. So I'm gonna create it here. So based on my region, Intune identifies the region, right? When you are creating your subscription, you will have to enter your address details, plus you need to enter your phone number. So based on your region, it creates the account which is closest to you. Okay, so that's how the licensing part work. Okay, now then you have architecture of Intune, how Intune is designed by Microsoft. So Intune architecture. Now this is the high level diagram, guys. Let me open this one. Now everything is done by Microsoft. You don't have to do anything here. Okay. Unlike SCCM, wherein you will have to decide the architecture, where you will have to set up the SQL server, where will you keep your primary site server, where will you keep your secondary site server. But in Intune, everything is designed by Microsoft. You don't have to do anything. Okay. So you see on the top, you have Microsoft Intune service. In that you have configured devices, then protect data, and then manage apps. So endpoint security, configuration policies, protect data, application protection and compliance policies, device compliance, then app configuration policies, line of business application. Then it also has integration with Microsoft Entra ID using group targeting plus device compliance result. Okay, conditional access. Then SCCM integration is there with co-management. Then Microsoft Tunnel, mobile threat defense connector. These are integrated in Intune. Okay, you can manage what? You can manage mobile devices like Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, iPad, and Linux boxes plus mobile applications. Okay, so we will discuss about these things um, later on practically, then you will get more understanding. Okay. Now, Intune is what? Intune is a SaaS product. SaaS means software as a service. It's not a um, like unlike SCCM. You know, SCCM is Microsoft gives you the installer, you install it, everything. But here, everything is designed by Microsoft. You just have to create your subscription and you are good to go. Just like email, Gmail, guys. You know, you create your Gmail account and you start getting emails. Similarly, Intune is like Gmail or SaaS product, software as a service, which is developed and designed by Microsoft. You just take your subscription. So what will you do basically when you create a subscription? Then you get web console, as you see web console, like a website, you know, intune.microsoft.com. So you get access to that web console, and through that web console, whatever the changes you would like to create, whatever the policies and application or anything you would like to do from the, you have to do it from the web console, and from that web console, your configuration and you know the changes is captured to the Graph API. Graph API is what? It's a communication bridge between you and Intune. Graph API will help you to connect to Intune and make the changes, whatever the changes you would like to apply to the Intune. Okay, let's say you have to install application on 10,000 computers. So you put it in web console, everything, you know, you configure everything, the application, and then deployment, you set the deployment. Your information is captured and it will be given to Graph API. Graph API will make the changes accordingly. Either you configure device, let's say you need to do policies, then it will come here. If you have to protect data, then it is going to come here. If you have to do managed application, then it is going to come here. Okay. So this is how Microsoft has designed this architecture, and it's all done by Microsoft. You don't have to do anything here. Just create your subscription and you are good to go. Okay. That's the architecture. Now, I missed to inform you the licensing part. One more thing I wanted to show you. Intune license. So there are various licenses. As you see, Microsoft Intune Plan 1. This is the most common one. Most of the time we will be, I mean, almost all organizations are using this Microsoft Intune Plan 1. Now, Intune Plan 1 is part of these licenses, is already included in these licenses. So if you are using this license or any of these licenses, then Microsoft Intune Plan 1 is already included. You don't have to take extra license. You can also take this one, Microsoft Intune Plan 2, Microsoft Intune Suite, Microsoft Intune for Education. These are different types of licenses, but in the production, we always use this one, Microsoft Intune Plan 1. Okay, now I want you to understand why you should learn Intune. Why Intune? Why not any other product? Now, point number one, Intune is a matured product. Matured product, why? Because it is there in the market for the last 14 years. So it came into the market initially in 2010. So it is there in the market for the past 14 years. So it's already a matured product. It's not a new product. Point number two, it is there in almost all big size organization and medium size organization. Okay. Almost everywhere, wherever you go, if you are in US, Canada, Australia, European countries, Gulf countries, you will find Intune in organization, um, medium size and big organization. You may not find Intune in a small organization, but medium and big organization will definitely have Intune to manage their enterprise devices. 1 minute, guys. Okay, so because of the implementation of Intune in almost all big size and medium size organization, you have good number of vacancies. So you have good vacancies. People are looking for Intune administrators, right? So you have good vacancies. Point number four, you have good salary as well. Now, those who are in US and Canada, Australia, European countries, you can expect a salary of $50 USD. I'm talking about USD. $50 USD per hour. Hourly basis, you can expect this salary as Intune administrator. Okay, this is the average salary, guys. You can get more than that or less than that, but the average salary is $50 per hour. Okay, those who are in India, okay, those who are in India can expect a salary of average salary 800,000 Indian rupees per year. This is the annual salary, guys. 800,000 Indian rupees. Okay, that's the average salary for Intune administrators, those who are in India. Okay. Point number five, resource availability. Resources are available. That means if in case you are stuck somewhere, you just Google it out and you will get hundreds of website which will give you some, guidance, or if you are facing some issues or challenges, you can Google it out and you will be able to resolve your problem. Okay. So resources are available. It's not a new product. It's a matured product. So you have various websites, various resources available, which you can, Microsoft also has a very rich documentations. Everything is pre-defined. You can find out those documentation online. Point number six, less competitors. It has less number of competitors. I mean, the competitors are there, but this is like a giant in front of those tiny competitors. So you have some tiny competitors. I'll show you what all competitors are there. So Intune competitors are um, AirWatch. This is a VMware product. Okay, so previously AirWatch was was good in the market, but after COVID-19, Intune started Intune started moving like a monster. Almost everywhere Intune is getting implemented. People are moving from SCCM to Intune. So SCCM demand is also less now after COVID-19. Okay, so if you are planning to learn, if you're planning to learn, if you're confused whether you choose Intune or SCCM as your career path, I would suggest you go for Intune, not SCCM, because SCCM is already down in the market. Okay. Now, AirWatch, then you have Zen Mobile from Citrix. Then you have BlackBerry, right? Then you have Tanium. Then you have Landesk, right? Then Goods, Mobile Iron. Okay, then you have Mobile Iron. Now these are tiny competitors in front of Intune. Intune is like giant in front of these tiny competitors. Okay, because almost everywhere you will find as Intune. So Intune has around 40% of market share in terms of managing devices. So uh, some organizations are using AirWatch, some are using Zen Mobile, but 40% organizations are using Intune because it has more capabilities, like it can manage Windows devices as well. It can manage Mac operating system as well. It can manage Linux as well. But these competitors are focusing mostly on iOS and iPad, iOS and Android devices. Okay, so you have less competitors. Okay. Point number 7 is easy to learn. Unlike SCCM, SCCM is like, you have to um, learn a lot in SCCM. You have to um, do the implementation yourself. You have to decide what will be the architecture of SCCM, where you have to put your database, where will you put your primary site, secondary site. Then you also need to have, prior knowledge. Give me 1 minute, please. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Okay, so it's easy to learn. You don't have to have any prior knowledge to learn Intune because Intune is pretty straightforward, very easy. Point number 8, no programming languages. You don't have to learn any programming languages, no coding languages. Okay. Okay, you don't need to learn any programming languages like Python or C, C++ or any other coding languages. It's not required. So if you have basic knowledge on computer, basic computer knowledge, how to operate computer, that's sufficient. Okay. If you have prior knowledge on SCCM or Active Directory or Azure, that's well and good, but that's not required. That's not mandatory to start learning Intune. Okay. So anyone can learn Intune. That's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Okay, guys. So now we will talk about the lab architecture, how we are going to set up our lab. So each one of you in the will have to set up your lab. I will guide you how to go about it. So on your Windows, you need to have Windows 10 or Windows 11. So Windows 10 or Windows 11 computer. If you have MacBook, that's also okay, but I will recommend you to have this one, Windows 10 or Windows 11 personal computer, not office computer. You have to have personal computer. Okay. On that Windows computer, you need to have minimum configuration 6 GB RAM. 6 GB RAM. Okay. Then you need to have 4-core processor. Okay, 4-core processor minimum, and 100 GB hard disk space, free hard disk space. That's the minimum configuration required to set up Intune lab. So what we will do, we will set up a virtual machine on that one, and we will enroll that virtual machine to Intune, and we'll start controlling that machine. We'll see how to deploy application, how to deploy policies, configuration on that target device. You also need to have one Android device, either Android or iOS. I think all of you will have either Android or iOS device. Okay. I will also show you how to set up a Linux box, Linux operating system, Linux and MacBook. Okay. But you need to have minimum configuration, this one, 6 GB RAM, 4-core processor, 100 GB hard disk space. Okay. Now, let's talk about the duration of this training, the timing and the duration. So the duration is going to be daily. Daily we will do 1 hour session, 1 hour. Okay. Daily 1 hour session we will do. And that is Monday to Friday. India time. I'm talking about India. So if you are in US, it is going to be Sunday to Thursday for you. Or if you are in US, Canada, right? Then it will be a Sunday to Thursday. This is India time, guys. India time, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Okay, daily 1 hour session we will do. And the total duration, it's going to take 30 days. Okay, we will do 30 sessions basically, maximum 30 sessions. Okay. So it might go up to, I think, 1 month, 1 month, 1.5 months maximum. It will go up to 1.5 months to finish all the topics. So 30 sessions we will do to finish all the topics. Okay, I have already shared the course content with you guys. If you have not received, you can let me know. Intune, no, Microsoft Intune course content. So the course content is this one. Okay, so we'll start from scratch. We'll discuss about MDM, then Intune and SCCM, Intune Lab, little bit about Azure and all. Okay, so with this has information about all the topics, what all topics we are going to cover in Intune. And we will do the practical, theory plus practical, both. Each one of you will have to set up your lab. I'll guide you how to go about it, and then we'll do the lab setup together. So daily 1 hour session, Monday to Friday, India time, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. That will be Sunday to Thursday for you, those who are in US, Canada, right? 30 days. Now, this is my mobile number. Let me put it here. 989, the same WhatsApp number, 989-235-4331. Now, if you are interested to continue from tomorrow, because tomorrow will be our first session. This was just a demo session, right? So tomorrow we will start our session, first session. So if you are interested to continue the training, you need to message me or call me on this number stating that you would like to continue. Then I will let you know about the enrollment process, the fees details and all. Okay. That's my number. Now I'll leave the session for questions. If you have any question, let me know.
Yeah. Hi, Kashif. Razi Barney here. You did
Yes.
actually mention on the requirements on the lab that there is a laptop that's needed. Uh, I do have an iPhone. The problem is it's a company assigned phone, and actually it is managed by Intune today. And that's the only device I have. So how do we go? I mean, we can create virtual machines, I get it, but how do you create a test? I mean, and are not cheap. So that's a
Mm,
challenge there.
okay. You
But
don't
what
do you have any Android phone or just iPhone?
just iPhone. I mean,
Okay.
it's iPhone, and I
You
think
can
I
use your you can if you can use your family member's phone, that's also okay for testing purpose, and then you can delete the enrollment later on once you are done with the session, in case if you can do.
yeah, only that I'll be sleeping on a couch if I mess up something with my wife's phone.
Okay.
You know.
So, so that is required. So to get the practical knowledge, but
Uh-huh.
in the training we will be doing on. I will be showing to you on my mobile, right? You will be getting the theoretical knowledge. But if you have the phone yourself, then you can try at your end and you will get practical knowledge. That's the reason I recommend you to have mobile phone plus computer.
Okay. So what happens if I go and I mean, Android phones are available pay as you go kind of stuff, and it doesn't have to be a hi-fi as far as the phone is internet enabled. It doesn't have to have all the bells and whistle. Will that do it?
Yeah, that.
I mean, it's a 30-day subscription. I
Mm-hmm.
can get pay
Yeah.
as you go and just
Mm,
worst come to worst, we trash it, right?
right.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
hi
Any
Kasif.
other question? Yeah.
Hi Kasif. We see that your video is also there in Udemy. How different this video is covering from the Udemy perspective?
Udemy does not have Intune session. Udemy has SCCM one. So I have not uploaded my Intune videos on Udemy.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Kashibai, do we manage CCM servers by Intune? Is it okay to manage the patches, deployments, something we can do
No,
with this?
server we can't manage from Intune.
We cannot, right? So how are we going
No,
to manage the server in case if we require only SCCM?
only SCCM. Microsoft wants to sell both the products, SCCM and Intune together. The SCCM will be there for managing server only. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
Intune is for rest of the devices.
So like what we do basically from SCCM, we can do same thing with Intune as well, right? Like deploying the patches, troubleshooting and everything. We can enroll the devices, taking care of day-to-day tasks, everything can be managed from Intune, you mean?
Right. SCCM is managing Windows Server,
Mm-hmm.
okay, plus Windows 10 and Windows 11 only. SCCM is managing only these two things now, Windows Server and Windows 10, Windows 11. However, Intune, I have already mentioned, from Intune you can manage Android devices, iOS devices, iPad, right, MacBook, Windows 10, Windows 11, plus Linux boxes. These are the devices you can manage from Intune, but you cannot manage Windows Server. The server is being, I mean, server is being managed by SCCM. Later on, I think after like a couple of years, Microsoft is going to remove this feature as well. You cannot manage Windows 10 and Windows 11. They want you to go to Intune for Windows 10 and Windows 11, and they will keep they will keep SCCM only for Windows Server. That's their plan. And you are right. Everything, whatever you can do from SCCM, you can do it from Intune. Almost everything. Okay,
Can
almost.
you do bare metal
Huh?
deployment? Can you do bare metal deployment with Intune?
No, no. Intune bare metal operating system deployment is not possible in Intune. Only there in SCCM.
So isn't that going to be very expensive for major corporations or even mid-sized companies? So now they have to house their infrastructure of SCCM even in the cloud, if you go through Azure, just to manage servers. You have to patch them?
In order to deploy patches only to the Windows server, you can go with WSUS. That's the free tool, right? You don't have to have SCCM. You can also use Azure services in order to deploy patches to, you don't need SCCM in order to deploy patches.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Kashif.
Yes.
You said are you going to start weekend as well this Saturday?
Yeah, weekend I'm gonna start from this Saturday.
Yeah.
Let me give you the details about the weekend as well. So weekend session will get started from 19th October. Okay, 19th October at 10:30 a.m. India time. This will be midnight for you guys, those who are in US and Canada, midnight, like 1 a.m. In the midnight. So 11:30 a.m. and this session will go to 12:30, no, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Sorry, yes, 1 p.m. India time, IST. So almost like 2.5 hour session we will do.
And how many weeks?
6
Like
weekends.
weekends? Okay,
6
6 weekends.
weekends.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So total 12 days basically. 12 days. Saturday, 12 Saturday and 12 Sunday.
Sure.
Okay. Any other question from anyone?
Yes, sir. Kashif, is this SSIM, is it similar to VMware Workspace ONE? I mean, SSIM Intune?
Intune is similar as VMware Workspace ONE. Intune, but Intune has more and more feature than VMware Workspace ONE because Workspace ONE is focusing more on mobile devices, Android and iOS, right? But Intune captures Linux boxes as well, plus Windows 10 and Windows 11. So most of the devices are, most of the organizations are using Windows. So that's the reason people are using Intune than Workspace ONE.
All right, okay, because I currently use Workspace ONE at work.
Mm.
So, all right, so how?
Those who are using Workspace ONE, they are going to, most of the organizations are getting migrated from Workspace ONE to Intune.
All right, is this course gonna like have a migration? Are you gonna have labs on migration? Like,
No, we will not do the practical on migration from different third-party product to Intune. We will not do that in this session.
okay, okay. So how deep are you gonna go with Azure AD? I saw
Yes,
that on the.
we have to have Azure AD. When we create Intune subscription, you will get by default, you get Azure AD's, access. That I
Mhm.
will show you how to do that.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Any other question?
Hi, Kasif. Our company is planning to do the co-management with SCCM and the Intune.
Hmm.
Are you able to show anything like
Yes,
that?
that is part of course content. I will
Okay,
show you.
thank you.
Any other question?
Kashif, are we covering MAM also in this?
Mobile application management?
Yeah.
Yes, little bit we will do mobile application
Okay.
management.
Okay.
You will get the concept. Any other question from anyone?
Yeah, hi, Kasim. Yeah, Nilkant here. So total, I have around 10 years of experience now. Uh, so if I started searching for a job on Intune, so can I get a job and can I get a good salary? What I have now.
Salary, minimum salary, people are getting based on experience. You are saying 10 years of experience. So at least you can
Yeah,
show
yeah, yeah.
5 years of relevant experience in Intune.
Okay.
And you can expect more than 10 or 12 lakhs. I hope you might be getting more than that, but depends on
Yeah.
the current salary what you have. So they will give you
Mm-hmm.
some increment. Yeah.
Okay. Because currently I have more than that now, so that's why you
Yeah,
want
so
to.
I told you that all depends on the number of experience you have plus what salary you are drawing right now. So they will
Okay.
they will give you like 30% hike or something.
Okay.
Depends.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Kashi.
Now after this training, I will give you, you will get recording every day. Right now I'm recording this session. So after each session, you will get the recorded videos. Plus, after the session, you will get the materials, dumps, sample resume, Intune question and answer document, plus, exam guide, how to crack the exam. MD 102 is the exam, guys. After this, you can take MD 102.
Hey, Kashif, do you provide the notes as well? The
Yes.
configuration notes and steps for the
Steps
labs?
we will do on daily basis. Okay, step by step, we will write down the step and we'll perform those steps.
Okay, but do you have like a lab manual?
Screenshots? No,
Okay.
I don't have a screenshot. You can get screenshots on the internet. I
No,
will
maybe
send that to
manual.
you, the
Do you have like a
Microsoft.
manual lab, like a one lab, 2 day, second day lab or
With
something
a
like that?
screenshot.
No, without screenshot, just
You know, the screenshot, yeah, we have. We will be writing day 1, day 2, day 3,
yeah.
writing the steps on daily
Okay.
basis.
Okay.
Hi, Kasib. One more question. I have set up the the Intune with the development program, the trial one.
Mm.
Already set that up. So, do you recommend setting
Yeah,
up the trial one
we
also
will
with the
we will
credit card,
use
or
we will use the trial
I
one
already
itself.
have a tenant on the developer program, Microsoft developer program? So,
You
can
can
I
use
use
that
that,
one.
or
You can use
okay?
that one, and we will go with the trial one. Each one of you will have to take the trial subscription from Microsoft. That is 60 days trial. Actually, 30 days trial plus you can extend that to another 30 days. So total 60 days trial you get. But you need to have a credit card. Each one of you also need to have credit card. Okay, guys. Any question before we wrap it up? Okay, so those who are interested to continue from tomorrow, you need to send me a message on WhatsApp or call me on this number stating that you are interested from tomorrow. I will let you know the payment details and then you can enroll to this session. Okay, guys?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure, Kasim. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye now.
Thank you,
Bye,
Kasim.
everyone.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.